This podcast is produced by the Harwood Productions Podcast Network. To learn more about the network and to find more of our shows, visit us online at www.harwoodpodcast.com.
Homemade split pea soup is absolutely delicious, and it's so easy to put together. So we're going to start by getting our veggies ready, and I'm going to start by cutting up 4 carrots. And you'll notice I'm cutting these up into kind of a small dice, and the way I accomplish that is I peel the carrot first, then I cut it in half, and then I split each half, and then I go ahead and dice it up. In some soups you like big pieces of vegetable, but in this soup I like everything to be on the smaller side. And then I'm going to get 4 stalks of celery, and I'm going to cut it up just the same way I did with the carrots, in half, split each half, and then go ahead and dice those up. And then I'm going to get 1 small onion, and it can be any kind of onion you have on hand. But I do want to go ahead and cut it again into that small to medium size dice like I've done with the carrots and the celery. And then I'm going to take 1 bay leaf off my tree, and then we're going to head on over to the stove. So I've got my soup pot on a medium-high heat, and then I'm going to put in about a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put the carrots and the celery and the onion and the bay right in the pot, and give it a nice little stir so that that little bit of olive oil starts to coat the vegetables. Then I'm going to get some ground thyme, and I'm going to put about 1/4 teaspoon of that in, and again stir that in with the veggies. Then it's time to get 2 cups of split peas, and these are the dried split peas. I'm going to put that in and also give that a stir. Then I'm going to add 8 cups of water, and I'm just going to put it all in there, and then basically that is it for this soup. All we have to do now is start to bring it up to a boil, and the way I accomplish that is I go ahead and pop the heat on high, and it'll only take just maybe 3 or 4 minutes. It will start to bubble, then I put the lid on and I turn the heat down to low, and this cooks for about an hour and a half. Then every 30 minutes or so, you're going to want to take the lid off and give it a nice stir. You're going to find that as the peas cook and break down, it gets very thick towards the bottom of the pot. So we want to just keep that stirring so the liquid and the thick peas get mixed together. Now you can absolutely serve this soup as is, and it's fantastic. But in my house, we have some leftover ham every now and then. And what I like to do is kind of cut some pieces off the ham and shred it. Now, if you didn't have any leftover ham, you could certainly get some at the deli, at the store, and just kind of slice it into some julienne pieces, and that would work fine too. And then just at the end of the hour and a half, I just go ahead, and you can put however much you like in, but I just go ahead and add it right to the soup, and I give it a stir, and I let it just kind of hang out in there for, about 10 minutes or so. And it's just this beautiful green pea soup. And see, really the only vegetable you see now is the carrot. The peas and the onions and the celery have just practically dissolved. Can you imagine having soup like this in an hour and a half? Well, you know, it's funny. A long time ago, they used to have you cook the peas in advance, and then after you'd add the vegetables and liquid and cooked it, then you would puree it, and it was such a hassle. But this soup just cooks beautifully on its own. Well, if you'd like to make this split pea soup, just go to our website and visit the Soups On show notes. I'll have the recipe there for you. And of course, if you have any questions, please send me an email. I'll see you next time.